Okay. Guess who's back?
It's your girl Tiff. Tiff is back in the building. I don't know if you missed me, but I'm back anyway.
We here.
If you missed me, then I definitely missed you.
Saturday. It's Saturday. And just brought this shit back just in time.
A beautiful Saturday, by the way. It's finally starting to feel a bit like fall in the good old city of Houston, Texas.
I don't know what you feeling, but it's still hot than a bitch out here.
It's starting. We don't really get the typical freaking seasons like every other state. No way. It's starting. It ain't 100%. You know what I'm saying? But
usually around like maybe the 15th, it's already cold as fuck out
15th
here. Of October.
Do you remember?
What are you doing?
On the 21st day of September. And it's still going to be hot.
It's going to be hot as hell on this.
But nah, it's alright. I'm not complaining. It's not 100 degrees. So.
Shit. Still hot as fuck out here. I don't know how, but.
Shit, I'm okay. This is what, 80s? Hey, we blessed with these 80 degrees.
I guess, man. Maybe it's just the fact that it's just, I'm used to this heat shit and now.
Well, you African, so yes.
Shut up.
Indigenous.
Shut up. Walk into a wall, please.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Indigenously, you're probably hot.
Anyway, let's get this shit started. I mean, y'all already know what we're about to talk about. We're about to get into Kanye.
Yeah, please.
Or Kanye, whatever you want to call him. I want to just ease into this real slow. My question is, if he's like not right in the brain.
Well, what do you mean?
If he's like allegedly not right in the brain and he's off of his meds and he's telling us, oh, I'm off my meds and all this other bull, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be a thing where like we don't like
hold him accountable? That's
one thing, and then show no type of support for that. Like, I'm not gonna buy your album until you get right. I'm not gonna give you any luxury of getting any type of money until you get right. If you really are like in a mental headspace where your shit is just like, yo, I'm really fucked up in the head, then no. Why the fuck would I want to go buy Yandy, whatever that fucking album is that's supposed to be coming out? Why would I want to go buy that if, yeah, it's called Yandy. Why would I want to go buy that shit, or why would somebody want to go support that shit if you not right in the head and you doing all this? And another thing I would say is like, that shouldn't be an excuse, because I mean, Kanye has always been crazy in my eyes. At some point around like maybe Yeezus, it gets to that point where he starts to get like, hey, my nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
You know, like what's your problem? You know? But I feel like same thing you said about accountability.
Yeah.
I feel like some of us are just kind of like, oh, it's Kanye, let's give this nigga a pass and everything like that. Well,
but people aren't, there's like, not many people that are giving Ye a pass. You know what Ye is doing? He's actually gaining more fans from the other side. Mm-hmm. And by the other side, I mean like the people that are more conservative, the white conservatives, people that label themselves Republican, the people that align themselves up with the beliefs of Trump. So it's not that we're not holding him accountable. We are, but at the same time, he's like, when we're holding him accountable, we're really, we're kind of canceling him almost. Yeah. But there's that other side that wants to, oh, we love Kanye. Kanye is, a typical American, and he's like, bruh. They're the same ones that was. I also want
to like put it to you like this. This guy is just like making it seem like, oh, I'm getting bullied and all this other shit. Like another thing is like SNL. Oh my God. I've never seen a celebrity just it just seems like the misery was there. Like,
you're gonna have to tell me what happened on SNL.
On SNL. Okay. As far as SNL goes, okay, so he did like 2 performances and everything like that. He did that
She's
2, but it was like an edit. I don't know if he
like that song.
I don't know if he forgot the lyrics or some shit, but yeah, how that went. He was dressed like a bottle of Perrier. I was just kind of like, okay, all right. And then he did another song with what's her name? I think Tiana Taylor. I believe it is. And then he did another song.
Was she there?
I think so. I believe. But he did another song, and that song didn't make it on air, and he had like a whole rant, and he was talking about, they were saying, they told me backstage not to wear my MAGA hat, and I told them, y'all can't bully me anymore, Right. He's like, okay, I'm gonna take my hat off and I'm gonna listen to y'all, or I'm gonna put this hat on. It's gonna be like a Superman cape. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this man? And it's not even just that.
This thing is so double-sided.
It's not even just that. He was like, okay, now this is something somebody told me when Donald Trump won. It's like maybe God wants him there. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what somebody told me. I'm alluding to that because Kanye West said on the SNL rant, he's like, y'all are putting a whole bunch of X, Y, and Z on this man, and it's not basically, in so many words, it's not right. Y'all are hindering this man from doing what he needs to do. But what we're trying to tell him is that this nigga is not right. But I'm serious. I saw this I heard that Kanye West tried to get Colin Kaepernick to do a sit down with Donald Trump.
But and this is why I say this thing is so double-sided, because here's the thing. If you're not at the table to present the issues, then will the issues ever get solved?
And let me tell you why
it's so double-sided.
Okay,
Kanye
all right.
has a very crazy, eccentric, erratic way.
While I understand some of the energy he's trying to put forth out there, some of the stuff that he's trying to do, other people that he's trying to gather at this table don't feel the same way.
They don't.
Like, for instance, the Donald Trump thing or whatever, right? Donald Trump almost sat down with Meek Mill about prison reform.
Almost.
Almost. Until Jay-Z said, fuck no, Meek Mill, don't fucking go sit down with that motherfucker. All that shit would have been was a photo op for him.
For Trump, right?
Yeah.
Because you feel like he don't really give a fuck.
What?
Right.
Come on. We sitting here talking about prison reform, and Kim Kardashian is the one who's going to go sit down with Donald Trump about fucking prison reform.
But Kim went up there and something changed. So who's to say that if
nigga stop? Nigga stop. What?
Why do you think it changed when Kim went? Man. Is it because it's Kim Kardashian? Her money.
It's big. That, and she's already in cahoots with Kanye West, who is friends with Donald Trump already. Okay, so it's like, that's gonna make it look amazing that my wife went to go sit down with Donald Trump for a photo op, not just a photo op, but we talked about something that has to do with issues.
And she actually got that woman free.
My nigga,
right?
He ain't sitting down with nobody real. He ain't sat down with nobody real yet. That's why I'm not taking him serious until he sits down with somebody who actually doesn't share the same views as him, who actually does not share the same views as him, who doesn't even fucking like him. Until then, I'm not gonna take this nigga serious. Until he sits down with Farrakhan, until he sits down with somebody like Willie D, I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a flying fuck.
So until it's somebody that
really listen, somebody that really is in these communities, like, until it's somebody like shit, I'm gonna go as far as saying, until it's like somebody like Trader Truth or somebody like that who's really in the fucking community and really wants to see some fucking change.
Right.
Then I'll give a damn. Even Colin Kaepernick, even though I know that shit ain't never gonna happen, because Colin Kaepernick don't do interviews. Colin Kaepernick is just too busy doing his philanthropist shit to give a damn about that, you know?
Right. I feel like Colin wouldn't even waste his time.
He wouldn't do it. Of course not. What?
But at the same time,
you know how that would make him look in the community?
Yeah, people
you over here.
Colin. But this is what I want us to do. Me being an African American woman,
okay,
a black woman, if you will, right, that has been born and raised in the South.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only 24, but in my 24 years, I've seen some things. You know, I've experienced racism myself in the workplace.
Right.
I've seen my 60-year-old dad, who's a minister. I mean, nobody's really safe from racism. Mm-hmm. And we learned that with, Botham Shem John. He was in his house before he, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Before he got killed. He did nothing. No. But what I'm saying is, we have so much, like Kanye did say, we have a lot of emotion and we have a lot of pride. And a lot of that emotion is because we are prideful people. We're proud people. We're strong people. We're resilient people. But at the same time, we've been through so much. It makes us even more emotional, but what we have to do is take a little bit of the emotion out and say, hey, we do need somebody to go up to that table, and we can't keep canceling people because of them going to that table and trying to have their voice being heard.
I'm not saying we need to just keep on canceling everybody. I'm just saying this motherfucker.
We're gonna be to cancel everybody.
I'm just saying this motherfucker is not him.
Right.
It's not it.
There's a way though. There's a way that you should go by doing it, and Kanye is not going by it the right way. It's actually embarrassing as fuck.
It's very you can hear like the cries of our ancestors from this nigga doing all the fuck shit he's doing. Like,
definitely.
People talking about, oh, I'm done with Kanye. Nigga, I've been done with Kanye.
It's not just African American. It's people around the people around the world, the whole diaspora. I mean, I'm definitely into Pan-Africanism, but and the united of all black people. When I tell you, I'm on Instagram and I follow Nigerian blogs. I follow blogs from different parts of Africa. Just being the Pan-Africanist lover that I am, I follow various black blogs that just are in America, and their view is the same. Kanye has fucking gone nuts. He's fucking going nuts. And he's not, it's like, I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to be that voice. He's trying to bring our issues, but he's going by it the wrong way, and it looks real coonish. It looks real coonish.
Very coonish.
It's very reminiscent of when the Django, when the old massa and Samuel Jackson, Samuel was willing to do everything for his massa. That's exactly what that shit looks like, and it's a fucking disgrace.
That remind me of
it's a motherfucking disgrace.
Him sitting in that office with the man, just reminding
giving him a hug and shit. Man, I love this guy. Give me a hug.
Uncle Ruckus in real life, like what the fuck?
I thought he was about to kiss Trump on the cheek.
God damn.
What's next, yeah? What's next? And even Trump himself, he was pretty silent, and he seemed like he was even like discombobulated by the whole thing.
Shit was weird.
And I think that part of it is definitely can definitely contribute that to his mental disorder or whatever, because all that erratic behavior, somebody needs to step in and help Ye out.
You know,
somebody needs to say, "Yay, I feel you. I understand."
I feel like we say that. I feel like we say that, but at the same time, I'm sure there are like many people who either on his team or that have talked to him like, "Well, listen, like this shit is not okay. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You need to just like chill."
But they've got to change the delivery. It's like a baby that's about to be punished. it's like a baby that you're trying to teach a lesson to. If you yell at it, if you spank it, it's just gonna, it's gonna go against you. It's gonna revolt. It's gonna disobey. It's gonna have that, it's gonna want to turn away. So you have to switch up the approach. You have to switch up the delivery method in order to get it to him. Because he thinks that the moment you disagree, you're bullying him. You're stopping him. You're holding him down. No,
isn't that
the coming? Yeah. I get you. I understand you, but listen, it's a certain way we gotta. There's a way, and it's gotta be.
You know what that sounds like?
What? When
he was on Sway, and Sway was disagreeing with him and telling him. Remember, he was trying to get into the break.
Sway.
Yeah, exactly. Sway was like, why can't you make your own clothing line and this and that and the third? And he was saying, he's like, oh, but you ain't never had clothing lines, or yada yada yada, and he's like, but Kanye, what are you talking about? I've had clothing lines. They failed, but I've had clothing lines. He's like, but it ain't no Ralph though, and this and that and the third. It's like, bro, I'm trying to give you the large picture of something that you're saying, oh, they won't let me into the fashion industry. It's not that they won't let you into the fashion industry. It's that you want to make it a big deal. Right. Like, while you're sitting there talking about, oh, I can't make it into the fashion industry, Pharrell is in the fashion industry. Oh, yeah. Pharrell is in the fashion industry.
Right.
Like all these.
So he was saying that because he was black, people weren't letting him into.
Yeah, like come on, man, like calm down.
In the fashion industry,
calm down, dude.
And his shoes sell like hotcakes
on
a Sunday morning.
And I'm sure people are still buying his shoes, even with all this happening.
He's canceled, quote unquote. Niggas are still buying his shoes. I ain't saying shit about that fashion line though, because that shit. I mean, I'm not about to pay $700 for a pair of Spanx and a bra top that I can go to Walmart and Target and get for
them shoes.
$12.
Them shoes are ugly. Those Yeezys are
kind of
ugly,
but I kind of like some of the shoe styles that he has. So he's actually doing well in the fashion industry. So yeah, I understand completely. His whole narrative has changed. Yeah,
I don't know, man. This Kanye West thing, I feel like on one scale, he wants to make news so that people can talk about it.
I honestly think it's beyond that at this
point. I feel like every week he's trying to make it so where he can be the topic somehow within the week, because the week before all of that happened, he was basically trying to threaten Nick Cannon and shit, and like, oh, don't talk about my wife and yada yada yada.
Yeah,
bro, your wife, he doesn't even need to talk about your wife. Your wife can make herself news by just doing some dumb, stupid shit, like always. Like, she can disappear for 7 months and then come back with just the most rambunctious bullshit.
That's true.
She could dress like a thought, be naked on the internet, and it'll be news. Just like always, man. So. I
mean, and Kim is forever gonna be relevant. Love her or hate her, that's why she's relevant. So many people love her, and for as many people it is, it's just as many people that love her as there are people that hate her. So Kim's always gonna be around. And it's not like Nick said anything bad about his wife either.
Okay. I personally think he was trying to win black people over by, I'm moving back to Chicago, and
I mean, is that even for sure?
I mean, they say he lives there now, but I don't even believe it because I don't believe it because he probably lives in the whitest part of Chicago possible. He don't live in those South Side Chicago. Come on, man.
Yes, he's not.
He's talking about I'm moving back to Chicago. Oh, me and Chance are gonna make good ass job. Okay, you and Chance are gonna make good ass job. If that album does come out or that project does come out, I'm more than likely not gonna listen to it. I love Chance the rapper, but I'm not in the school of Kanye. I'm not
Definitely.
with the school of Kanye. Love Chance, not a. And then I'm also not a fan of these quick albums that just keep coming out from his label. He
literally just dropped an album called Yay.
What the hell?
I actually liked the album. I know he sampled some August Alsina. I Thought You'd Never Leave That Song, or I Knew You Would Never Leave That Song. He sampled from Alsina. Who else? I liked the album. I actually enjoyed the album. Yeah. But on that one song, when he kept saying, I thought about killing myself. I thought about killing myself. It was and he was saying, but I love you more than I love myself, so I wouldn't do that or something. I forgot. I think it's called, what's the song? I don't know what the song is called, but it's on Yay. And I think that song was him trying to explain what goes on inside of his mind. So I actually like the album. I like the album a lot. But he keeps dropping albums like back to back. And guess what's messed up though? You could sit up here and you could drop albums back to back.
Oh yeah, of course.
But why was Tiana Taylor's song? Because I'm a fan of T. I'm a fan of Tiana. Why was Tiana Taylor's album just 8 songs long? Why was Pusha T, and I don't even like his ass, why was his album? Why did you give all these people 8
I don't know. Why is it 8 songs? Like, yeah, albums. I don't know.
8 songs long.
And then I think Sci-Hi Prince is about to put out like a 7-song album as well. I don't get it.
7-song albums.
I don't get it.
8-song albums.
I will say this about him as far as musically, as far as production wise, because I'm a person who loves production. Mm-hmm. He hasn't missed a step at all.
He hasn't,
production,
and he won't.
At all.
He won't miss a step with that. I pray there's a day that there's enough.
It's like for him, it's like riding a bike and he's on a motorcycle. As far as it goes with production, that shit is just
absolutely.
It's flames.
He's always going to be a genius, and I pray that he never loses that.
Because I've had the chance to listen to that Pusha T album or whatever. That shit is actually rocking. But yeah, I just think he needs to just go away for a little bit.
He does.
He just needs
I heard that he's in Uganda.
Uganda.
I saw him in Africa dancing to some Wizkid and Maestro.
Shut up.
And he was dancing. He was feeling the beat. As a producer, he's feeling that beat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, he done brought his ass back to the motherland. So hopefully somebody over there in the motherland gives his ass. He should probably just Dave Chappelle himself. And that's what he needs to do. He needs somebody over there to give him some roots. Where is the traditional medicine doctor? Come see about him. Give him some roots. Give him some jollof. Give him some fufu and agusi. Mm-hmm. Sit his ass down with the nearest African mother of the village. Let him sip on that root and get his mind right. Hopefully when he comes back, we have the Kanye that we knew and that we love. Because he needs help. That's period.
Okay. I use that to just get into this because we've been talking about Kanye for like maybe 23 minutes here. So Drake explained on LeBron James's show that about the whole thing with Kanye West, and I confided in him and I showed him the picture of my baby, and I told him about everything like that. And he was like, when he was like, he knew something was up or whatever. He said that the Lift Yourself beat was supposed to be something that he was going to use.
Who was going to use it?
Kanye gave Drake Lift Yourself, and he was supposed to use it. He was going to do something with it. He leaves from whatever session it was, and I guess he comes back, and I guess he goes to Wyoming because Kanye West was in Wyoming, and that's when he started working. He either started working on Ye, or Ye was already finished, and he was just bringing artists out.
Yeah,
and they were listening to it. So he said when he said 40, Noah Shabib, which is Drake's producer, got there early, and he said that something was off. Something was off in this, over there in Wyoming when he got there early.
Yeah.
He said something was off. He's like, okay. So he gets down there and he's like, I don't know what it was, but like he goes in the studio with him and it's just like all good music artists and shit. And he's like, what the fuck is going on here? So he goes to sleep or what? He leaves and he goes to sleep and all this other stuff.
And this is from 40's mouth?
This is from Drake's mouth. Drake is explaining it. Thought. Yeah, Drake is explaining it. Now I guess this is Drake's like perception or whatever. So he wakes up and he sees like, oh, all these albums are supposed to be coming out in June. Like this past June that came. Right. All these albums, like we just said, the seven track albums and shit. Okay, he's like, okay, I'm not paying it no attention. All right. So I think it's like the day after that, Kanye made a song with Lift Yourself, and he's like I'm totally thinking here that this man is trying to troll me, like trying to like make a fool out of me or whatever. So he's like, okay, I guess now I have to just distance myself because like you gave me Lift Yourself. You gave me Lift Yourself so I could like do something with it, and I was gonna do something with it. Now you record and you fucking make a mockery of the, something I was going to use. It's like, okay, all right. And then Pusha T's album come out, and the last song on there is called Infrared. Infrared he's taking shots at Drake. He's like, whoa, wait a minute. He's taking shots at me. He said, I don't write my own records. Bro, I was just with Kanye West. Right. I was helping him write.
Right.
I was helping him write. Like, what are y'all talking about? What is this? What's going on here? So he's like, now I know I gotta...
Beef. So I'm trying to figure out where that beef is.
That beef didn't just start out of nowhere. Okay, the beef started from somebody else. The beef started from Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne and Birdman. Clips and Lil Wayne and Birdman were beefing because of... Clips is consisted of Pusha T and No Malice.
Which is his brother. Right.
Yeah. So... So the beef started because Lil Wayne was on a cover of Vibe magazine with Bape, and I guess Clips are like known as the only ones, or they're the only ones that wear Bape or something like that.
But you know what? I guess my ass never really realized.
You never really got into it.
Yeah, I mean, my brother's into music, and so he hung out with the Clips and got a picture with them. I used to listen to the Clips back in the day, but my ass never really realized that goddamn
Pusha T with the braids.
I remember his brother without the one with
No Malice.
Yeah, No Malice.
Who's like a Christian rapper now. He's a Christian rapper now. Yep. But the beef originated from some stupid dumbass shit like Lil Wayne was on the cover of Vibe magazine, and I used to have that magazine back in the day, that actual magazine, where he was on the cover with a Bape jacket on and all like Bape clothing and everything like that. And I think they didn't like the fact that he was wearing Bape because they wore Bape or whatever. Some shit like that. Some stupid, petty, dumbass shit that rappers shouldn't even be like beefing over. But
right.
That's what the beef originated over. And then I guess the shots started like after they had already made a song, like Lil Wayne and the Clips had made a song together or whatever called What Happened to That Boy. What happened to that boy? Yeah. And then after the magazine, Clips put out a song called Mr. Me Too, referring to Lil Wayne, never saying his name, but it's a subliminal. Basically saying like, oh, you want to be like us, you wear everything we wear, you drive the cars we drive, okay, everybody meet Mr. Me Too, right? Shit. So it went on and soon after that it kind of died down for a little bit, and then it kind of came back up in like maybe 2011 2012, and Pusha T was basically on his own. No Malice was trying to find himself and all of that, and he just, he redefined himself and became a Christian.
Actually, he even officiated the wedding, didn't he?
Who? He's or
he did like some type of speech or something.
He was the minister for he was the minister for it. Yeah, for his wedding. But Pusha T was on his own, and so now I think he took his first shot at Drake on a song called Psalms 23:11, if I'm not mistaken, and where he says you're signed to one nigga who signed to another nigga who signed to another nigga.
Right. I remember hearing that line.
Okay, so that basically just gets that beef started pretty much. And also Lil Wayne like dissed him one more time on the song.
How you have like the timeline.
No, I follow this. What?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What? I follow this.
They know and they're not.
Oh my god, I follow this because I mean.
Kudos to you.
No, I follow this damn beef. Yeah. I'm a fan of rap.
On the grill.
Listen,
to now where it's charred.
I'm a fan of rap.
Hell yeah.
And I'm not for that bullshit like I'm not for that bullshit like Tekashi. And oh yeah. I'm not for that. I'm not for that bull like Tekashi and all that and just talking and not making no records and nothing like that. I mean, like, I like raps.
I need you to make some records for real.
So who, me?
No, I'm
about to say, I'm like, oh, okay.
If you want to.
I mean, I'll do that later, but okay. But yeah, I followed this. This is basically like my last year of high school that I'm just like kind of following this shit. I was all into music more, like on the internet and everything like that. So, yeah, he took a shot at him like one more time. Lil Wayne took a shot at him one more time, and then the rest of the time it was just Pusha T just throwing every shot he could at Drake. So the origins aren't really that far fetched. Drake has literally ignored Pusha T as long as he could up until now.
Up until he I'm tired of sitting down. Like
yeah, you know. And I think the straw was like not just his son, but of course him talking about 40 and how he has MS and all of that. You know, I think that was his line, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, he was even saying it. He's like, you can talk about my, you know, he's like, oh, he was talking about my mom and my dad. He's like, you don't even know my family. So it's, you know, I don't even care about that. That's nothing. You know, you're talking about my son. But like I think the MS thing really got to him.
I mean, it's a rap beef, you know? Not to where we need to literally hit. I mean, somebody's actually dying here. Do we? Nah. To me, that was just completely tasteless. It wasn't even. It didn't even make the beef hotter. And if anything, it's like, okay, now that's just too much.
I think the thing that got on Push's nerves was even though it wasn't even really that serious, was the fact that Drake mentioned his fiance. Even though it's not that serious, it's like still at the same time.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Still at the same time, it's like that is his fiance though. It's like,
but he didn't say nothing derogatory or anything demeaning to her. All he said was, "I'm gonna let it rain on you." Like Vanessa, he name dropped that. He said, "That's what it was." So you saying, "Oh, that nigga dying"? You said, "Hey, what type of pussy ass?"
If you could listen, I'm just like this. If you could say my fiance's name, I could say the name of your child. I think I would have left it at that. I would have left it at that.
That's it.
I could say the name of your child. I could say
tooth for a tooth. Not.
I could say the name of your child. I could say the name of your baby mama. I would have left it at those two things. I wouldn't have did the MS thing. The MS thing is like
a bitch with teeth.
He had to say, he should have. Maybe it was that. Maybe it wasn't just the fact that he said his fiance's name, but it was also the fact that he said, "Oh, bro, you wasn't out here selling. You wasn't really out here selling drugs. You was just you wasn't out here selling drugs. You was just around the niggas who was selling drugs. Your brother was the one selling the drugs. You weren't doing nothing but sitting there watching him sell the drugs." You know?
Yeah, he really just called him pussy. Like, you acting like something that you're really not. Like, you acting like you Big Meech and you not. Yeah. Or you acting like you Suge Knight. Not. Acting like you're somebody that you're not. You ain't that damn tough. You actually approachable. That's what Drake was saying. I actually understood.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think since Drake is on this apologetic philanthropy tour, he just made up with Chris Brown. He just made up with Chris Brown what he made up with Meek Mill. I think at some point in time, him and Kanye will reconcile.
Well, Kanye's got a lot of people to...
Him and Kanye will reconcile. Him and Pusha T. I mean, it's not like they need to be friends or anything like that, but I mean, I guess they could be cool. But I mean, that beef wasn't even... This little stint right here wasn't even about Drake, if you think about it. He was just basically adopting a beef that was already done with him and Lil Wayne, if you think about it.
Pretty much. That's what it... I mean, from what you're saying, that's pretty much what it was. Because
I'm sure Pusha T and Lil Wayne talk on the phone now.
Pusha T and Wayne?
I'm sure that Lil Wayne and Pusha T talk on the phone now. I don't think they're friends, but I mean, I think they're like rapper acquaintances. They actually.
You think they're cordial?
Yeah, okay. Come on, they're acquaintances in some form or fashion. I think because even around the time Lil Wayne was going through his little legal battle, for money from Baby or whatever, Pusha T was in his corner. Weirdly enough, so. I don't think they're just best of friends or anything like that, but
they're cool.
Come on, they if they're in the same room, these niggas, they're not gonna be throwing drinks at each other or anything like that.
Nah, throwing drinks. That's
like some housewives.
I was about to say that's definitely some housewives shit right there. We never could just be going drinks and shit. But
Pusha T go be like, "Give me the Grand Marnier."
Give me the rose and let me just pour it on this nigga's dreads. Like, nah. If that's where rap was going, then surely we're
nah, man.
But we already got people wearing dresses and rap and easy, breezy, beautiful cover girls. We got a lot going on in rap.
Listen, Young Thug.
That wouldn't dare even
Young Thug. Oh my God. He was recently wearing a dress. And that
oh, he loves dresses.
No Stylist video, that French video. I'm like,
I didn't even see
boy dribbling a basketball in a dress. What is going on? I feel like he just wants people to talk. Most times.
Yes.
My goodness. Like I know Young Thug can't be gay. There's no way he's gay. Well, I mean, I won't rule it out, but I feel like he's a troller. He definitely trolls. He definitely trolls. I don't even listen to that man's music, but he trolls.
He's definitely a troll, but I do also think that he could be bi. I'm not going to say that the boy is gay because he has a girl that he's always with, but he might have a girl and Earl on the side.
She said a girl.
Right. That's how I feel about it.
She said a girl.
Girl in the mornings and Earl at night.
That is disgusting.
He calls guys hubby and they.
That is disgusting. That has got to be the nastiest.
Man gonna do that.
My God, it's disgusting. I blame it all on Leora Cohen. Leora Cohen.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Okay. The guy. I don't know if you've seen the video of when. What's it called? I don't know if you've seen the video of like the promo for that Jeffrey project where he's wearing like a blue dress or whatever.
Shit, that was the easy breezy.
No, that was a different one. Jeffrey is the one where he's wearing. It's the first time you see him wearing a dress.
Oh shit!
As like the album cover or whatever, shit. Right? So the guy who's like telling him like kind of I guess like directing what he should do, whether he should wear a dress or not, is this like Israeli guy who's been around rap since like 1980, and he's like he's basically what you would call a culture vulture. Basically, if you get a chance, look him up. His name is Leora Cohen, and you'll find a whole bunch of times in rap, just in general in mainstream rap, where he's the reason why some of this stuff has happened. He's the reason why we have all these young and these littles wearing dreads and rocking dresses.
Give me that name. I need to see this.
Leora Cohen. It's LYORCO.
Found him.
Yeah. He's an evil culture vulture. He's the reason why, like I said. Yeah. He's the reason why.
Okay, he led to discovering Def Jam.
He's the reason why there are all this weird shit in rap.
So he's one of the forces and one of the powers that definitely.
He's definitely he had. Let me tell you, he had Migos and Young Thug on the same label. That's 300, right? He had Migos and Young Thug on the same label and said, "Fuck y'all not gonna get to work together. Y'all not gonna get to work together. Young Thug is gonna be young. I'm gonna make Young Thug do a whole bunch of shit. He gonna wear dresses. He gonna be calling men bae and all that other stuff.
Wow.
He has a hand in a lot of that stuff.
Wow.
If you ever heard there's like a interview. I don't know if it's somewhere.
Also, Jimmy Iovine is one of he's a big guy in the.
He's a big guy.
But I don't know if he's one of.
I don't know if he's a culture vulture,
yeah,
but
I can't say
I feel like he's more of like an opportunist to me. He jumps at whatever is shocking and he takes that and tries to turn it into money.
You always hear Jimmy Iovine mix, but you always hear good things.
It's always good things,
his
yeah.
Name, though, with this Lear Cohen guy.
The Lear Cohen guy. When is the first time I've ever heard that guy's name, Lear Cohen? I don't know. I can't remember, but if you go back in time, Damon Dash was talking about a guy named Lear Cohen and said that he's bad for the industry. He was probably one of the first people
to put y'all on game.
He was probably one of the first people to say, "Hey, listen, this guy is bad. Do not let him." You know what I'm saying?
Listen to him at the time.
Come on, nobody. Come on, black people don't listen. Black people don't listen.
They don't.
What?
They don't listen.
Black people don't listen.
Sometimes we listen to what we
listen to. Exactly. But yeah, he's the reason why Young Thug, to me, I believe, is the way he is. You know. Because before that, when Young Thug was just when I had first heard about Young Thug, he was like signed under Gucci Mane, and he was just basically like a regular gangster rapper. Mm-hmm. That was it. There was no dresses, there was nothing. It was none of that. Mm-hmm. Once he gets signed to 300, this dude starts doing like so much off the wall stuff that is like.
And now I see what you mean when you say that he's probably... Yeah, because you're right. When you look back, Thug wasn't doing none of that.
Thug wasn't doing none of that.
A bit.
Like, come on.
But,
call a rich homie Quan Bay. It's like, come on, man.
And he calls...
what?
And he calls... what's that other boy that he calls Bay?
Who?
The new little boy. NBA young boy.
Oh, God. Yeah, he's another one. Yeah, but... That's what I got. That's what we got for today. Y'all just stay tuned. I'm gonna have more content. It's gonna be like way more podcasts in the next like probably 5 days or something like that, because I gotta go do another one tomorrow with the homie and
Me.
Yeah.
This is what you do to me.
Unfortunately.
Thank you for having me, man. It's always
no problem.
Always a pleasure being able to voice my opinion with you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. We out of this. Peace.
We out this thing.